Now, in the last class we have discussed about how we can able to write a Java program, and today we are going to discuss about more features about this particular language. Okay. Now, we have seen the data and method together are encapsulated within a single unit. Okay. So, this single unit is called class. Okay. This is called a class. So, a class is represented like this. A class is represented like this. This is class. Say for example, this is name A, some name. Here are some variable like int x, y and some methods. Void, say for example, meth, it is a method. Okay. This is a method. There can be multiple methods, and in this method there are so many statements, Okay. So, this is a template. Okay. So, this is called a template. So, if there are more than one class, if this is a class again, this is a class again, this is a class again. So, we call it as a package. There can be more than one package, a jar, and then more than one jar var file. There are different architectures are there in case of Java. So, in case of if I have some class like this, like this is a class A. Now, this is a variable int x and there is a method void say for example, meth is the method name, and this method here we are trying to print the value of x by help of some terminology system dot out dot println. I want to print the value of x. Now, how we can able to access these members and how we can able to allocate these in our memory space? Till now, whatever we have written, for this no memory space is allocated. I want to allocate some memory space in this in our memory, and I want to access these members. So, this is one member, this is one member, this is one member, this is also a member, all of these are members. How we can able to access them? So, first we need to allocate them inside memory and then we will access them. So, if there are two classes like class A and there is another class B. As everything is in Java, we say this that everything is encapsulated. That means there is nothing outside. Everything is in a single unit, and these units are called class. This is class A, this is class B, this is class C, and so on. So, if I want to access some member from here to class C is trying to access some member of A, then how we will access it? So, there are basically three ways. The way one, if class A can inherit, or if class A extend class B. What is extend? What does it mean by extend? This is a keyword actually. This supports the inheritance property. That means I can able to inherit all the properties, whatever members are written within a class, they can be inherited within another member. Now, second one is by help of creating instantiation, or by creating object of that class. So, by instance, and third one is if that particular class is able to access only when it is giving the permission to access. If the access modifiers permits. If the permission is given by the access modifiers. Let us have a look. If I have a class like this, I want to calculate, say for example, I want to calculate the area of a rectangle. This is A, this is B. Now, I want to calculate the area of a rectangle, and the values of A and B will be given some, we will give some value, and we want to find the area by help of our Java program. Let us have a look. So, I will create a template for the rectangle. Okay. So, I will create some template like class, like I will create some class. Say for example, I am giving the name rect, R-E-C-T, rect is the class name. Here we have two variable, one is int A, another one is B. So, this is my rectangle, and this is the, these are the two different sides of this rectangle. Now, there will be, these are the data property, and what is the behavior? The behavior can be area, that area behavior can be the circumference, or sorry, the perimeter, okay, the perimeter. Okay. So, the area, I want to calculate the area by help of this class. So, I will write the area will be, I will declare some variable in, say for example, C is a variable, and I will write C equal A into B, and I want to print. So, system dot out dot println C. Okay. Then the bracket is closed, this bracket is closed. Now, this is the template for the rectangle. Now, I am creating another class from where I am going to access it. So, another class say for example, main M is the class, and here will be one method that is named as public static void. I will come to this, okay, void main, and here we have string, say for example, this is k, and here let me write, finish it first, then I will discuss. Now, I want to access the member of this class, say in like structure, in our example like structure, whenever we are trying to any member of this class. So, then we just create the reference variable of this class. So, how I will create the reference variable of this class? I will create the reference variable like we will write like this, RECT, like M is the reference variable of this class M. Then M is the variable which can able to store the reference of this particular class. So, by this what will happen? So, first then we will write M equal new rect, RECT. So, by this what will happen? Some memory space will be allocated, and I will show you how the memory space is allocating. New rect, okay. Then I will call M dot these two variables, M dot A equal, say for example 2, M dot B equal 3. When I will send these, so what will happen? A and B will be allocated by 2 and 3, and then I am going to access the value like by help of M dot, I will call area, and by this what will happen? This particular method will be called and we will get the answer. Okay, and there will be a bracket close here. Okay, okay, there will be bracket close here. Now, what are these actually? Let us have a look. This one class is called a keyword. This is called a keyword. This rect is what? This is a class name or name or identifier of class. This A and B, A, this is the block, okay, this is the block, this second bracket open, second bracket close, here is one block and here is also another block. This one is the member variable and this one is also the member variable, both of them are member of class A. This A and B also named as, these A and B also named as instance variable. This A and B are also called as instance variable. What does it mean by instance variable? Instance variable, they are not present in memory, they are like template. When we load the program, in that particular time, no memory space will be allocated. When we call this one, then memory space will be allocated. Okay, I will come to that. So, this is the member, again the void, this is the return type. As we are not returning anything, so it is void, and it is also called keyword. This is the method name or identifier. Okay. Now, this is area, and here through this we can send value to this particular method. So, we can send value through this method. So, we can send through this value, sending place. Okay. So, this is again data type, again variable, but this variable is called method local variable. This is the calculation. Here what is this? This is the system. System is what? Class. In case of Java, everything is nothing but bounded within a single unit. Whatever method in our C language like function, they are written like math.h, written in math.pow function, written in math.h header file. In case of in case of Java language, this is the println is the method to print something. And where it is written? Where it is written this println method? This is written inside a particular module, inside a particular module, that module is called class. So, system is a class and out is also what? This is the reference by which we are going to access it. Now, this is again a class, this is again a method main. This public is called access modifier, Sometime we say it access specifier. Static is called non-access modifier. Void is the keyword. In help of our C language, we have seen this particular thing. Okay, void main only, but here we have some access. Why? Because we have created some module, and to restrict the user, other user to access it. We do not allow everyone to access it. I told in the last class also that Java language is more secure. To make it secure, we have created object oriented programming. So, every module is defined by some kind of access modifier. In Java, there are 4 access modifier: public, default, private and protected. Okay. So, in case of this is called access modifier. So, this access modifier tells us about this module can be accessed or not. Say for example, if I have a particular pen, if you ask me, sir, please give me to write this write something, so I will give it. But if you ask my purse, will I give you? May not, or maybe. So, I have different risks. If I am a class, I have some values, I have some members, and you are asking me for accessing different variable. So, how I can able to define these access, that this will be accessed, this will be not, this will be partially accessed, few people can able to access. So, these are the 4 keywords are there: public, protected, private and default. By these 4 keywords we generally specify the access. This is what? This is static. This is called non-access modifier. Non-access modifiers are what? They also tells the behavior of the method. Like there are different access modifiers like static, final, volatile, native, strict FP. There are so many access modifiers are available in our Java language, and they tells us about the behavior of the method, how the method will behave. Okay, and you know what is main? What is main method? And string is what? As Java takes input, Java also can be able to take input from the user directly, or we can pass the value through our program. Okay, so this is what? This is again a class. So, whenever we are sending any value, so the value will be in the form of string. Any kind of input that will be taken by help of Java, that will be string. And this is what? This is the array, and this is the name, array name. This is the class, and this is the array, and this is the name. Okay. Now, what is this? Rect is what? Rect is what? Rect is the class name. M is what? This is called object reference variable. Why it is object reference? Many people make mistake. They tell it as this is an object, but it is totally wrong. What is object? I will tell you. M is what? What we are doing? We are writing this one, new rect. New rect. What is this? New is a keyword to allocate the memory space dynamically. Okay, this is a keyword which allocates memory dynamically. New is a keyword to allocate memory, and rect is what? This is what? This is a calling of this particular function. This particular function. What is the function here? It is written by default. This will be written rect bracket open bracket close. This is called constructor. And these are what? A dot m dot a equal to, I am assigning m dot a equal to 2, m dot b equal to 3, and then I am calling the area. Now, let us have a look. Just remember this code, and you can write the code in your copy and have a look here. Now, if I write this thing, I am writing what? I am coming to this particular point. So, this is my rect. Here x and y are there, and another one is area. It is printing what value? C value. There is another module. This module is our main class, and here we have public static void main, and there we have something. We have a method main, and inside main there are so many things you can remember. Yes, this one, the same thing. Now, I am explaining how program will execute. First, when we execute this program, when we will store this program, first we will store this program in a file. We will store this program in a file. We will store this program, say for example, we store this program in a file. Say for example, k, or generally what do we do? Generally, say for example, we store it in k.java. There is a confusion among many students. They store the program as main file, where the name as the file, which will be name as the particular class name where main method is residing. That is not true actually. So, I am writing this file, I am saving this file k. What are the classes are there? Here class is, one class is rect, another class is m. Just remember this one. One class is rect, another class is m. So, this is the scenario, this is the scenario. Okay. K dot Java. Now, if I compile this code, this is the compiler. If I compile this code, what will happen? You know what will happen? There will be two different, it will compile, if it is correctly written, then the compiler will create the byte codes. The byte codes will be, there will be two different class files will be created. One file will be named as rect.class, another file will be created as m.class. Two classes will be created. There are two different classes. Now, tell me where main method is there? Where main method is there? In m class the main method is there. Main method, where the main method is there? M class. Now, forget about the public static, forget about all these things. Where main method is there? Main method is at this class, this class. So, here the main method it is there. Okay. So, we know main is the point from where a program starts its execution. So, how we achieved? What is the compiler here? Compiler, what is the name of the compiler? Compiler name is Java C. So, we write the command like this way, Java C, then Java C K dot Java. We just enter this in our command prompt. This is our command prompt. We can write this command K dot Java. Then we will in the folder, where the folder we have stored this file, there these two files will be created. One is rect.class, another one is m.class. Then we will write. Then what we will write? We have to execute the code. Now, we have to tell the system that where my main method is there, because we know that program starts its execution from main method. So, we will write, what we will write? Yes, anyone? Yes, we will write the class name where main method is residing. So, we will write Java M. So, M we have to specify where, if we write here rect, it will not able to find the main method, then you will say no, we are not able to find main, some error message will be displayed. So, here I have to provide the name m. So, generally student says that store the program k, rather than having k, directly store it as main, okay. But that is to avoid the situation, okay. So, but if we remember that m method, in m method main is there, so we need not to bother about the storing class name or storing file name, okay. So, then what will happen? Main will be called. When main will be called, so main will be called, okay. Now, what is written inside main? The first line rect m. So, that means first line, look here, rect m is written in the first line. Forget about all these things, okay. I will discuss all these things later, okay. You will gradually we will learn all these things, okay. Just rect m, this is the instruction. So, what will happen? In our memory in Java, there are two different places. One place is called stack, another one is called heap. There are two different memories, one is stack, another one is heap. In stack, one variable will be created whose name is m, and which is of, what is its type? Its type is m. So, m is what? This m is a variable, okay. So, m is what? It is a variable. M is a variable that is of rect type. Still now no memory space is, no object is created. So, next code is m equal new rect. The next code is m equal new rect. So, next code is m equal new rect. So, what will happen? This is what? This is like a function. So, this is actually what? This is the presentation of the whole thing. What is the whole thing? This is the presentation of this one, this class. This is presenting the new this whole thing. So, what will happen for this rect, some memory space will be allocated for this rect. The rect means the class, for the whole class, whatever memory space is required, it will be allocated. And what will be allocated here? By help of new keyword, by the help of, so it is representing the whole rect class, the template that we have, and this new is nothing but the keyword which allocates the memory dynamically. The dynamically means in the runtime. Okay, in the runtime new is created, so some new one space is created, and in this space the variables are int a and b will be allocated. So, here a and b will be allocated inside memory, and by default they will be initialized whatever the default value is, and it has some memory address, say for example 3000 is its memory address. What is memory address? You know that where the particular value is stored in our computer that has a particular number, that number is 3000, and whenever this particular thing will return 3000, so 3000 will be stored here, and by help of this it will link or point this one. This is, that is why. And what is object? What is object? As I say, as you say that what is the class, you will say rect is a class. What is M is a class, but what is the object? We say object is the instance of a class. That means for a template something is presented inside memory. What is presented inside memory? That is the object. Okay. So, here what is the object? So, this is the object, this is the object, this is the object, and this is what? This is object reference variable. Now, by the next code and what? This object reference variable always allocated in stack location, and the object, the instance of class, that will be always stored in the heap memory location. These are nothing but two different data structure in our memory. Okay. Now, then we write a of m dot a equal, I have allocated m dot a equal to 2. So, I have written m dot a equal 2. So, what will happen? This m a will be 2, and at the same way m dot b equal, if I have assigned 3, so 3 will be assigned here. Then next line we have written m dot area equal area. So, what will happen? It will go there, c will be allocated, and it will calculate a into b, and inside c the value will be stored, and then this value will be again displayed. So, c will be displayed by a dot area, but a dot area is will display the value. Okay. So, class is the template, we have created the template, and then we have instantiated the value inside memory from another class, and we are accessing those values. Okay. And there is one question here, it will come in the next class we will discuss this thing. So, here look, this is a class, we are accessing this class to create by help of instantiation. This is called instantiation. We are creating instance of this class, but for main this class, for this class M, where the main method is residing, that class, for this class we are not creating any kind of instantiation, we are not making, because it is declared as a static. As I told, this is nothing but a non-access modifier which tells the behavior of this method. Okay. So, by help of defining this main method as static, we can able to directly access this particular, this main method can be directly accessed. We need not to create any kind of reference or instantiation for this class M. Thank you for today.